Hey, Peter.
Why are you like so close to my face?
Do you know anything about the Fibonacci series, Peter?
I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay. Mr. Flynn. Mr. Flynn, do you know anything about the Fibonacci series, Mr. Flynn?
Oh my goodness. No, I don't.
Flynn? Good. Do you know anything about the Fibonacci series, Mr. Flynn?
Who did that?
Hey, Ari. Hey, Ari. Do you know anything about the Fibonacci series? You know anything about the Fibonacci series? Hey, Z, do you know anything about the Fibonacci series?
What? Sorry.
Okay.
First.
Z, do you know anything about the Fibonacci series?
No.
You don't know anything about it?
No.
Okay. Miller.
Yes.
Do you know anything about the Fibonacci series, Miller?
The what?
The Fibonacci series.
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Mr. Lowe, do you know anything about the Fibonacci series of numbers?
What?
Fibonacci series, you know what the Fibonacci series
What's
is?
that?
Come on, do you know what the Fibonacci series is?
What?
The Fibonacci series of numbers?
What is that?
Do you know what it is?
What is that?
Do you know what it is?
What is that?
You don't know what it is?
Yeah, but I don't want to explain it.
Okay. Jake, do you know what the Fibonacci series is?
No.
Okay. Hey Matt, do you know what the Fibonacci series is?
I have no clue what that is.
Okay. Hey Ali. Hey Ali. You know what the Fibonacci series is, Ali? Fibonacci series? No. Jack, do you know what the Fibonacci series is?
No idea.
Okay, thank you. Mr. McGee, do you know what the Fibonacci series is?
No.
Okay. Storm, do you know what the Fibonacci series is?
No.
Okay. Mrs. Lowe, do you know what the Fibonacci series is?
I'm sorry?
Do you know what the Fibonacci series is?
No, I
No.
don't.
Does Pat Tate know what the Fibonacci series is?
I don't think so. But do you know? Hey, here. Do you know what that is?
Mr. Cole, do you know what the Fibonacci series is?
The series, yeah, it's about two brothers, Fibonacci. Archie's the older one, and Fib came first. So the sequence was Fib first, and then 3 minutes after, Archie came along, and now everybody knows them as Fibonacci.
Vamos a la playa, a mí me gusta bailar el ritmo de la noche.
McDonald, do you know what the Fibonacci series is, Mr. McDonald?
Series of numbers
Is that all you know about
found
it?
in nature. It's a repetitive series of numbers or pattern you'll see in the real world.
Three, 5, 7.
It's the numbers in the triangle, or 1, 1, 3, 5.
1, 3, 5, 8, 11. Is 11 one of them? No, it's 13. 11 is not one of them. 21, 34, 55, 89.
And you add up the two previous numbers. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. The Fibonacci series can be found anywhere in the world within nature. It can even be found in the desert, within shells of organisms. But the main thing is, the Fibonacci series isn't just used just because it's mathematical and, oh look, it's cool, it's a sequence. No, we're going to find it in nature. This is some twirly leaf of some kind, and you see spirals. Oh, you're just going to look at this and say, oh, looks cool, yeah. No, it's also the Fibonacci series. Why is it the Fibonacci series? Because if we were to draw it out and trace it, we would see patterns that would show numbers going from like 0 plus 1. In the Fibonacci series, we know that's number 1. That's the first number of the Fibonacci series. There's 1, 3, 5. That's what would happen. The leaf on the outside has more distance from the leaf on the inside, and it just keeps going and going and going and going and going. Now, why do plants do this? Why do leaves on plants do this? Because this way they accumulate the most sunlight. And I'm sure plants do not know how to do math, and they don't know how to like rely on that kind of crap. So they just figure it out over time, over hundreds of thousands of years. So basically, we've done the same thing in hair assortment. And the hair on our head, the hair on our arms is just placed in a certain way that it'll heat our body the best. And there are countless examples that portray the same examples. So we have a flower bud, and that's same, follows Fibonacci series. You see right in the middle, they're pretty close together, and they get farther apart and farther apart and farther apart, and that's just something completely different. And they're still kind of budding over there, but it's just even further apart still. But anyway, they're doing that because that's how they'll best store nectar. In flowers like that, a bee will zoom along and they'll store nectar in those little buds or whatever the hell you call them. And a pine cone. Pine cone, it's all spirally, and you can see all the spirals just traced along that. That's Fibonacci series right there. That's Fibonacci series. Start the middle, get wider and wider and wider. That's definitely the definition of Fibonacci series. And over here, shell. But you might think, why would a shell, and why the heck would an acorn need that kind of stuff? Well, a shell needs that kind of stuff because the shell wants to be protective. If you're going to have a thin shell, then you might as well just not have a shell at all because the shell is going to break. But the thing with this, it's got two layers right there, and because of the angle and because of the distance, it's going to become more stronger, and boom. There you go. It's the strongest part right there. And the acorn, it's similar in protection because within the acorns you're going to be seeds, and you don't want animals to be just chewing right through you. So over time, those things have figured out that, okay, in order to provide the most protection for the contents within us, we have to just form layers like this. Or whether it comes to leaves growing like that, buds to growing like that, or even shells, there's always a reason for everything in nature. And the reason has to do with the Fibonacci series. Even within this honeycomb, bees, they build their hives as the Fibonacci series would want them to. So, must I go on? I don't think so.
Okay, what do you need?
Do you know what the Fibonacci series is missing of? Could you tell me what it is?
What the Fibonacci series is a relationship that has to do with, how would you describe it? It's like 1 plus 1 is 2, and 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 2 is 5. So that is this increasing sequential relationship on which everything in nature is built.
6 hours later.
So everything in nature is built upon this Fibonacci sequence, including human beings. Our bones, our skin, our skull, our hair, the circle of our hair.
2,000 years later.
If we looked at the circle of the way our hair is on the top of our head, we would see the same pattern in a sunflower. That life all has exactly this same pattern. And that's what is beautiful. When we see this, we see beauty.